Are you living in pain? Is it joint pain or muscle pain? If so, stay tuned. Welcome to Living Pain-Free with Dr. Marc Darrow from the Joint Rehab and Sports Medical Center in West Los Angeles. This is the program that can give you effective solutions for the pain that you've been living with. Dr. Darrow is a medical doctor board certified through his studies at UCLA, and Dr. Darrow uses stem cell and platelet-rich plasma therapy to heal your body. He teaches about the use of stem cells, PRP, and prolotherapy. Today's program could open up a new life without pain for you. To speak with Dr. Darrow, call 866-870-KRLA. That's 866-870-5752. Ask for a copy of Dr. Darrow's book, Stem Cell and Platelet Therapy. Now, here's Dr. Darrow with his co-host, Nita Valens.
Hi, Dr. Darrow.
Nita Valens, you look gorgeous today. How you feeling?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm living it up. Getting over a little cold here, so I might sound a little raspy or more masculine.
You sound fine.
Good. I sound more mature. So today we're going to talk about how to heal your musculoskeletal pain. That's orthopedic stuff. With stem cells and platelets, which we call regenerative medicine. You've been lucky enough to have been healed by it years and years ago. In the early days, I've been doing this for over 25 years. It's pretty amazing. I've used it on my body over and over when I've injured myself. And I've been doing great. I mean, I started doing this, believe it or not, I am 75 years old.
No.
Crazy, right? So I must have started right around the age of, I think around 48 or something like that.
You don't look a day over 39 3/4.
Me and Jack Benny. Anyway, my first injury was my wrist after I hit the ground with a golf club, and it hyperextended and stretched out the ligaments. And I'm showing it to the camera right now. I've got a little lump on there, what we call bossing, or the bone has overgrown a little bit. And I had to inject that a few times, and it was very experimental back in the day. And I haven't even noticed it for years and years and years, but back in the day it really hurt bad. And I couldn't really do sports, and then I injected it, got better. And then my next soiree, as you may say, with regenerative medicine back then was my right shoulder. And that was from a weightlifting injury while I was in medical school. And that healed overnight. I mean, it was absolutely spectacular. And the best part about it was it healed after I had a surgery in med school. That's right. So I was doing orthopedic surgery, and I begged my professor, my boss, to do my shoulder. And he did, and it was one of those bad surgeries. It wasn't a bad doctor. I love orthopedic surgeons. It came out bad. And my arm was swollen, full of fluid. I had a high fever and thought it was an infection. It wasn't. It just was kind of what happens sometimes in surgeries. And after doing this kind of medicine now, I graduated med school, when was that? 1994. And all through medical school, I was doing orthopedic surgery as much as I would be allowed. I would beg surgeons to let me come in and assist with them even before I was a full-fledged doc. Even before I went to med school, I did that. I just loved orthopedics. Being in a surgical suite is really fun for a guy, I guess, maybe for some girls. And I just enjoyed it so much. And then when I had the surgery on my shoulder that I was really looking forward to, I was so dismayed that it made my shoulder worse. And it actually took 4 years before I found out about regenerative medicine. And I finally injected my own shoulder as an experiment. And the next morning after the injections, I woke up and my shoulder had full range of motion and zero pain. And at that point, I knew this would be the work I would be doing for the rest of my life. So it's been a great practice for me, and I see probably about average maybe 60 new patients a month. And most people heal. Not everybody will heal from this. And there's a lot of reasons why people don't heal. By the way, I'm going to give out our phone number to the studio right now, and we can get more interesting people calling in than just me blabbing, right? So the phone number, if you want to call me right now in the studio, is 866-870-5752. Get your pen and paper and write it down. I'm going to give it to you again. It's 866-870-5752. Whoops, there's the remainder of that cold. Also, if you want to get a free consult with my staff, you can call my office right now. And the office number is 800-300-9300. That's 800-300-9300. And if you want to watch me doing videos, if you want to see videos of me doing these procedures, injecting, I inject the entire body, everywhere, from head to toe. People have neck pain, back pain, shoulder pain, hip pain, toe pain, finger pain, arthritis, rotator cuff tears, meniscal tears, labral tears, you name it. We treat all that kind of stuff. And the new injector on the block is Dr. Thomas Grove. And he is an excellent injector. He's trained very well in ultrasound. He's been in this field for about 10 years. And he's been with me now for several months and doing most of the injections. My hands are kind of burned out after injecting for all these years, so he has taken over. He is a very cool guy. Everybody loves him. He played football for the Cornhuskers, and he was co-captain of the team. He is a big dude, very great personality, and best of all, he is an amazing injector. He uses ultrasound, which I have done all these years also. And I trust him completely, and the patients are loving him. So when you come in, you're probably going to be injected by Dr. Thomas Grove. And some people go, well, I want you, Dr. Darrow. And I tell them, Dr. Grove has the hands of God.
Ooh.
He really does.
That's quite a recommendation.
He's quite a healer. He's got an amazing bedside manner, and he's a big dude. He's about, I'm not sure what he is, about 6'1", probably about 220, pure muscle. And he's nice to look at, too. He's a good guy, and the patients are loving him. So I'm going to give out the phone number to the studio again. I'd love to talk to you live. And our phone number is 866-870-5752. And Dr. Grove is actually giving a lecture on different dates. You may write this down there on Monday nights, October 2nd, that's October 2, October 16, and October 30 on regenerative medicine, how to heal your musculoskeletal pain, alternatives to surgery. We try to keep surgery out of our clinic. We have a lot of people come in who are ready for a surgery, never have to get it, because regenerative medicine works so well. Dr. Grove's lectures will be at the Santa Monica Library at 601 Santa Monica Boulevard from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock, and we would love to see you there. That's October 2, October 16, and October 30. And you can call our office to make sure there's a spot for you, and the office number is 800-300-9300. When you call the office, you'll get a free phone consult with my staff about things we didn't cover on the show, and a free book on stem cell and platelet therapy, which is called Regenerate, Don't Operate. And the foreword to the book is by the amazing, brilliant, and beautiful Suzanne Summers. So we'd love to send this to you. I'll even pay the postage. Again, the phone number to the office to get the book is 800-300-9300. And if you call the studio right now, we will send you the book for free at 866-870-5752. You can also email me. At my website, every page has a spot to email me, and I answer all emails every day. And that website is www.jointrehab.com.
Would you like to speak to Dennis?
Dennis, of course I would like to speak to Dennis. Let me find him here. I got him here. So Dennis, you're from Rancho Palos Verdes, and your hamstring muscle is tweaked.
That's
Is
correct.
it torn or is it sprained?
The actual person I'm calling is a Rams football player by the name of Cooper Kupp.
Okay.
And I don't know if you're familiar with the Rams football team, but he was with a star player for a few years, and he injured his hamstring in
Okay.
preseason this year.
Okay.
And he had some kind of a surgery previous to the hamstring injury, which I'm thinking could have caused the hamstring injury. Are you familiar with the hamstring muscle as far as regenerative?
Oh yeah, we take care of that all the time. It's very, very common injuries. Sometimes it's in the belly, in the big part of the hamstring muscle, which is the back of the leg. Sometimes it's where those muscles attach to the back of the knee, and sometimes it's where the hamstring originates at the ischial tuberosity. And by the way, if these terms are meaningless to you, you can write them down and Google them, and then in the upper left-hand corner of Google, there's a spot that says images. You click on that, and it'll show you the anatomy. So what I'm talking about can come to life for you. So yeah, there can be a hamstring injury anywhere along from the origin at the ischial tuberosity to the insertion at the back of the knee, and we heal those all the time. They're usually very easy to heal. We use an ultrasound to guide the needle so we can see where it's going. And I've had very excellent luck with this. Even people that have tears or people that have had surgery that failed. And let's not kid ourselves. We all know people that have had surgeries that failed, and I'm one of them, with my shoulder. But regenerative medicine works even when the surgery fails. And, I'm just going to say it the way I've experienced it for over 25 years. Most of the orthopedic surgeries being done now, in my personal, humble opinion, should never have been done because we can heal these with just simple injections. Okay?
You could inject right into the hamstring muscle then.
Easy peasy. Yeah.
Easy. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Any muscle.
I appreciate
it. It doesn't matter what part of the body. We heal, muscle tears, sprains, strains, ligaments, joint. We grow cartilage inside of joints. All these things are documented and studied. This is not woo-woo talk. There's more research going on in regenerative medicine using stem cells and platelets than just about any form of medicine that I know of. And we've done a lot of research in our office.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you.
By the way, there's no promise it's going to work. I'm not saying that this is magic. It just makes a lot of sense. When we inject these cells, they stimulate regeneration and growth of new tissue. In the early days, it used to be called prolotherapy, meaning from the Greek word proliferate, prolo, to stimulate new tissue to grow. The reasons that regenerative medicine fails, number one, is because the doctors don't know what they're doing. Most doctors that do this, I apologize for them, but they haven't been trained very well. Okay, you got to know where you're injecting. You've got to use a ultrasound in certain areas. And as an example, a lot of people come and they say, I had stem cells in my knee, it didn't work. I ask if the doctor used an ultrasound. They go, no. They told me they don't need it. They told me they're smart enough to know where to go. Well, the studies show if you inject a knee blindly, meaning without an ultrasound, you're going to miss at least a third of the time, which can cause real problems. So number one failure rate is from bad doctors. They're good guys, they just haven't been trained. Number two, the patient doesn't give it a chance to heal. So if you're an athlete like me, you're not going to wait for the healing. You're going to get, I give myself the injections. And then to be honest, I've gone out and done sports the same day. But I'm lucky for me because I can come back the next day and inject myself again. Another reason for failure is taking anti-inflammatory medicine. So we counsel people not to take that during the healing process because it blocks inflammation, which is part of the healing process. And then there are some patients who just don't treat enough. They'll do it one time, and we check on everybody 2 weeks after they have an injection procedure with stem cells or platelets. And they go, it didn't work, bye-bye. Well, I tell people when they walk in the door, we don't know how many treatments it will take for you. We can give you an idea based on the examination. And this is very interesting, Dennis. I don't know if you ever listened to my show before or watched my videos. It's very important not to follow images to decide where to inject or what the diagnosis is. Images such as MRIs and X-rays or CT scans can show deficiencies, anatomical issues that are not the pain generator. There's only one way to heal, and that's to touch the body and examine it to find out where is the pain coming from. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it sure does.
So I'm going to give out the phone number. Hang with me a little bit, Dennis, here. We'll see if you have some more stuff. But the phone number to talk to me live, like Dennis is doing, is 866-870-5752. I'll repeat it again, 866-870-5752. So, Dennis, are you an athlete yourself? You probably are because you know about the Rams football team and the injuries.
Well, I used to be, yeah, and an avid golfer as well. And ironically, my first injury was to my wrist too, playing in a cold weather golf course, and the ground was kind of frozen, and I hit down too hard on the ball and hurt my wrist. Just sounds exactly like your situation.
Yeah, that was exactly my situation. Back in the old days, before there was YouTube and all that to learn golf, I would buy videos, and there was one video, and the specifics of it were how to hit a 3-wood over a tree right in front of you. And if you're a golfer listening, you know that a 3-wood doesn't go up in the air very high. It's more of a long shot. So in this particular shot, the idea was to really hit down on the ball so it would go up high in the air over the tree. Well, guess what? I never even hit the ball. I slammed down into the ground, and that sounds like what your injury was too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Did your wrist heal up?
It eventually did. I ended up going to a chiropractor, and they did some kind of like
manipulation,
ultrasound, electrical stuff.
Okay, good.
And it did go away. Yeah, it did. Yeah. There's still a little lump there.
You have the lump just like mine, huh?
Yeah, but it doesn't hurt, and it's hardly any visibility of it at all.
Yeah.
It's pretty much gone.
That's amazing. No one's ever let me know they've had the same injury I had from golf. But mine's been good now for, that must have happened close to 25 years ago. And I hit balls all the time. And I was just in Hawaii hitting balls, which was kind of fun. And it sure is gorgeous. It was so fun. I stayed at Waikiki, so I went to the Alawai golf course, to the driving range, which is right there. And as I was hitting balls towards the mountains, a huge rainbow showed up. And
wow.
I didn't hit the rainbow, I guess. Maybe I did. But I was hitting right at the rainbow, and it was just so gorgeous. I loved it. I love the Hawaii trade winds and playing golf there. It's so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
What other parts of your body have you injured, Dennis?
I actually fell and hurt my back, and with the S5, L5, S1, whatever that is.
Okay.
I'm not sure what it is. The sciatic nerve, I think, was at a herniated disc, which was pressing against the sciatic nerve. So I had a lot of pain for months and months and months, and I could have had a surgery, but the surgery said, well, it might go away eventually by itself, and it did. And it eventually went away by itself. But I lost some muscle tissue in my right calf because of I think from the nerve damage.
Oh, are you able to stand on your tippy toes?
Yes.
Can you still run?
But yeah, I couldn't. I couldn't for a while because of the nerve damage. I couldn't do one toe raise on my right, although I could do 20 or 30 in my left leg, but none in my right. No, it's a little, almost equal as far as
excellent. And it's so important that people understand that surgery is not the first thing to do. And I honestly cannot remember the last time I sent a patient to have surgery. It's so rare that it's needed. And you are right. Whoever told you that most of these heal by themselves is correct. And the statistic that I read years and years ago is that 94% of these radiculopathies, called sciatica or down the arm, whatever you want to call it, go away by themselves without a doctor. And in other countries, and when people have a back pain episode or a leg or arm pain episode, and they're used to, when they visit from here, they're used to the surgical model. And the doctors there say, there's nothing really to do for you. It'll take care of itself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there are cases you need surgery, and there are cases that surgery works great. But I'm just going to be honest, in my 25 plus years of doing this work, I see surgical catastrophes.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't, that's not the first way to do things. It's the last way to do things, and only after you've tried everything else.
Yep.
What sports are you doing now? What sports do you do now, Dennis?
I still do a little golf, but my game has gotten so bad. I've gone from a 10 handicap to like a 25 handicap.
Oh, you're like me.
It's not as much fun as it used to be because of the decline in my skill level, you might say.
Well, how old are you?
75, same as you.
Oh, you're just like me. My God, you sound so young.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's a new era of us guys who just won't give it up. Part of that, Dennis, is that, as you get older, you lose muscle mass. And, part of the issue is your hormones are low unless you're supplementing with testosterone. And for women, they need estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. And the systems kind of start shutting down, It's just life. So you're not supposed to be playing golf as well as you did when you were younger.
Yeah.
No, I mean, seriously, I used to drive 300 yards consistently. And I'm lucky now, if I hit a great drive, it'll go maybe 260, once in a while maybe 270, but generally like 230 to 250.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a strong guy, I still work out and I run, and I love golf, man. I'm not giving it up. I hope you don't either.
Yeah, I have a little golf course where I live, so it makes it much easier.
If you ever want, on a Saturday or Sunday afternoon, I'll take you out to Mountain Gate where I play. We'll play 9 holes.
Okay.
We can give each other a lesson.
Very similar stories. Appreciate the information, though.
Yeah.
Good to know.
You know what? I love golf tips. No matter who I play with, I have them watch my swing and tell me how to fix it. Because I never have the same swing 2 swings in a row.
Yeah, that's a very common thing.
All right. Well, God bless you, man. I'd love if if you want to email me, I'll take you out to Mountain Gate, and the email address is www.jointrehab.com. And also, if you want to come to a lecture on how to heal musculoskeletal pain, our Dr. Thomas Grove will be giving it on Monday, October 2, another one on October 16, and another on October 30, and that'll be from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Santa Monica Main Library at 601 Santa Monica Boulevard. And
All right, I'll keep that in mind.
yeah, by the way, you'll love meeting Dr. Thomas Grove because he is one of the coolest athletes I've ever met.
Hmm.
Makes me jealous.
Yeah.
Big
How
football
old is
player. How old is he? He's 34.
he? Oh, okay. Yeah. Youngster.
Well, you remember when you were 34.
Very vaguely.
It's like
never-
it's like this morning to me. It doesn't change.
That's great. That's good. I never traveled without taking my golf clubs anywhere I went. Vegas, Palm Springs, Hawaii, Florida, on cruise ships. I always took the clubs. Now I don't even think about taking the clubs because it's not not on my agenda.
Well, I don't travel with my clubs anymore. Hang with us. We're going to go to the break, and then we'll get right back to you, Dennis. The phone number to talk to me live right now at the studio is 866-870-5752. And if you want a free office consult with my staff, call the office, 800-300-9300.
And we'll be right back after this.
You're listening to Living Pain Free with Dr. Marc Darrow.